Hey, Angie, I heard you say you're glad to be here.
That was off camera, wasn't it?
Oh, it was.
Yes, yeah, it was. I am glad to be here. It's glad to be here. Sometimes it's like it's a miracle that I made it, and I'm here. So, right? I got this beautiful new planner. It's called Legend Planner because
Yeah,
I'm a legend, right?
totally.
And I'm
Absolutely.
totally planning my legendary life here. And so I try to go electronic.
Hey, everyone, this is Becky,
And I'm Angie.
and welcome to Real Talk with Beckie and Angie.
So I try to go electronic. Now, I have been like old school written planners since Franklin Covey days back in the 80s, I guess. This last maybe 9 months, I tried to go electronic just on my phone because I figure I carry my phone with me all the time. Finally thought, well, I'll listen to the experts who say that just put it on your phone, and the experts are not me. And so it didn't have that. I didn't feel like I was as effective as I like to be. And I didn't enjoy it as much. So what is enjoying? Like, what do you mean enjoying? Because I'm part of a group right now, an accountability group. And my thing is for 23 days, consecutive days, I'm going to use my planner. It's 23 days. Anyway, it was part of a fundraiser for a charity. The question was today, what's with the planner? What is that? What's the significance to you? Well, a couple of things. For one is getting things done when they're supposed to be done or at the right time, the right things done at the best time. But also I love color. I love doodling. I love just the creative aspect.
Can you lift it up? I'm curious. I'm always on the search for the perfect planner. Like, I don't know. It's a perfect planner, a perfect purse. So let's see the cover.
So it's called Perfect Planner. This is Legend Planner. It comes in all different colors. There's a really pretty, I think the color is stone. I really wanted the stone, but I thought I would get it dirty because I'm going to throw it in my bag. I'm going to carry it with me everywhere. Yeah. But it has, and how do I find it's just on Amazon. And so it has everything from all your dreams. What are your dreams? Your most important life goals. And it breaks it down into those important areas of health and fitness, career and business, family, spiritual, all of the important things. There's even a place if you wanted to do doodles for a vision board.
Nice.
So I haven't got to that one yet. I have a couple of versions of vision boards, so I don't know that I'm actually going to fill that one in. And then you have quarterly strategic planning, and then you have monthly calendar. I mean, it has everything, and then a recap and all that stuff. So that's what got me excited about going into Q2 with more of a structured, creative plan.
What day of this 23-day challenge?
We started on the 1st. I'm on, so 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. So I'm on day 4. Where's today the 4th? No, today 3rd.
It's 3rd.
Yeah, so we started on the 1st. Kind of really doesn't matter because I'm going to do it every day anyways. You know what I mean? I'm going to do it every day. This is what I used to start every morning with before I tried the electronic version or a version of this.
Angie, okay, I just got to stop here. I feel like we could do an entire episode on planners.
We could.
Like, I'm not even kidding.
Let's do it.
There are... guess whose show it is? Oh, it's our show.
It's right.
And we can do whatever the heck we want.
That is right. Whose permission? Let's see. Yeah, we could.
So here's, if the viewers are watching and they're like, I get it. Yes, I'm always looking for the perfect planner. What I see when I open a planner, I see blank. I see opportunity. I see excitement. And yet I feel like if I don't fill out the entire thing, I'm like, it's not complete. There's the story that I tell myself, or if a page is empty, I maybe didn't fill it out one day, then I'm out of the habit. It's like a blizzard, like they call it, a whiteout. And so how do you stay? And I heard you say it, and like, are you kidding me? I heard you say, it doesn't matter what day of the challenge is, because this is just what I do and who I am. So how did you get to that place? I gotta know.
Well, first of all, totally different personality types. Let's acknowledge that. So okay, we got that, right?
I don't know what you mean.
So I am very structured. I like organization. And I have this little side of me. I think it was last week you said your 5% analyst side of you There's a real predominant creative side to me. So I enjoy the written aspect of it. I enjoy the doodle. I enjoy playing a little bit. So I find reward in that. And that's what really intrigued me about this planner is that I've had many planners similar, but they just weren't as like, I mean, look at this cover of this planner.
It's
Really,
beautiful.
I wish I was selling this because I think I'm selling it right now. So you know what I mean? Like, you know what? We'll put the link. We'll put the link in the description.
Absolutely.
There's so many colors and they're so cool. But this
May I ask how much it was?
that's such a loaded question. I don't know how much things cost. Like $19.99 or $24.99, somewhere in that range.
Okay. And is it for a full year or is it a quarter?
Here's the best part about it. I love these planners because they're undated. Okay. So to answer your question about
the promoter in me is like, oh God, you write in the dates.
Yes, you put in the dates because if you skip dates, you don't have to feel so bad because you're not, skipping this.
What? So you would
this whole part that you're skipping, you don't have to feel bad about.
So let's say tomorrow.
That's a dig on you, Becky.
Oh my God. Okay, now then my OCD brain comes in. So what you're saying is if you skipped a day, you just not leave that day blank. You just go to the next day and not have a blank page?
Yes.
How would you do that? And like sleep at night?
Oh, I know. You actually can get through. You can actually get through. Here's the deal on this planner. It's a little bit different than the one I've had in the past. And if you hear me turning pages, it's just because I'm turning pages. Let me see. And it's new, 3 days in. Let me just show you an example. I'm going to show you at a distance because we don't need to see all Angie's stuff.
Yeah.
That's the full week. Okay, so that is the full week. So you don't have as much. I've had where it's a whole day, there's a planner. I don't need all of that. So on one side, you have all of your actual Monday through Sunday here. And then, but you actually write your dates, like it's the 3rd, the 4th, all that. And then you have your work to-do list, your personal to-do list, other space. Then you have your weekly wins for your recap, all those fun things. Okay. You also have a habit tracker. So if you're tracking your habits, it's there. And then I was going to show you the monthly. So I'll just show you kind of, this is, of course I just got it. So there is this, the wheel?
Yeah, the wheel of life.
There's your wheel.
Oh,
right there.
so you like do a check-in every month?
Every month and see kind of where you're at in that. So when you do reflect on the month.
Yeah.
I know. It is very cool. So when you start this, it has, like I said, oh my gosh. So this was Saturday morning. I got up. I was so excited I couldn't even sleep.
Yeah, you said ready? You got up at like 4 a.m. because you were so excited.
I mean,
holy cow.
For real. Why do I like these? Because I can when I put it all out on paper, it makes sense to me. And I mean, I can share things on here like debt-free. That is my number one, like my dreams. Large RV. I want an RV or a bus. Travel the U.S. Healthy, pain-free. Show Ava and Asher the world.
So like
then I go into emotional. Yeah. So there are 50 of them. I could have kept going too. And then my most important, so I'm going to share so health and fitness. What I did was I wrote down in black the number one things, and then I kind of summarized. So like harmony just felt right for me because harmony for health and fitness, but career and okay. Guys, I'm done trying to do it without glasses. How's that? Here we go.
Put them on.
All right. Career and business. And I look back and I'm like, okay, harmony for health and fitness, hope for career and business, abundance for finance and net worth, honesty for romance and relationships. Why did I take this off? Because I started steaming up my glasses.
You're so hot.
I'm so hot. My life goals, be the positive change in the world. Family and friends, I wrote trust. Personal development, I wrote growth. Fun, recreation, and hobbies, explore and capture. And spiritual, I wrote faith. And then you have your little diagram, and then you have your monthly. So you get to, Becky, look, you just put in write it in. You write your dates in, then you write your all in there. It's all fill it in yourself. So that's kind of where I started. And I was like, this electronic thing is not working for me.
You.
Why every morning? I love that quiet time because what I do is I write in like the weekly thing. So I didn't show all that. More like a gratitude journal. And it's journaling as well as not for me than just planner. And you get to do what you want to do with it. It's your planner.
So what I'm hearing, Angie, is enthusiasm. Possibility, excitement, emotion,
Mhm.
joy, abundance. What I'm not hearing is perfectionism. I think for people who, like me, I'm speaking for myself, who get a planner, and I feel like if I don't write the numbers, that's why you got to fill in the numbers. What if I make the numbers and they're not perfect? Like, I'm a recovering perfectionist, and so many people are.
Do you see this?
Is that whiteout?
It's erasable pen. Everyone should buy these as well.
I forgot about those.
I'm going to put these in the link as well, because these became, I have a collection of very expensive Mont Blanc pens, and I love them, but they don't erase. And after the brain injury, I found a real need to erase if I was going to write. Erase it. Erase it. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. And what happens? Well, what about for you? What is the need? Okay, I don't want to say what's the need to be perfect, but what if you do skip a day? What if you don't fill it all out? Does that mean it's not worth doing it all?
That's a loaded question.
We're
so if I don't, it's really comes down to the stories I tell myself. If I don't fill out a day, does that mean, oh, I missed my commitment. See, this doesn't work. I have proof now. It's kind of like that.
But who's the commitment to?
That's what's so exciting, hearing you talk about this and kind of like expand my brain. The commitment is to myself. I'm the one that gets to set the rules. It's my planner. I don't have a planner right now. Not
it will
one
be.
like you do. I'm getting excited just listening to you talk about having a written planner. You know, having done nails for 25 years, I had a paper planner forever. And when I switched over to electronic, I can't imagine going back now, even though I fought it tooth and nail. I can't imagine going back. And yet there's still something about that. I like pencil though. I like writing things in pencil.
Well, I encourage you, do try the pen, because it'll last longer, and pencil kind of, fades and rubs off. Yeah. These pens really do erase too. They're not like, some that like take off the paper instead of erasing the writing, and they last. They don't fade. I love these. They come in blue and black. I think even red, but I will put the link in this as well. I love these. I buy them in packs. You know what's not in my planner?
What?
I was thinking about this today as I was getting ready. There are no numbers in any of these goals.
Oh,
what does that mean?
For specific.
Mm-hmm.
Or measurable, really.
Measurable.
So who's up to join Angie with a 23-day challenge to do a handwritten planner? I'm up for this.
You're up for it?
I'm up for this. I am. Yes. Please
Awesome.
Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. Let us know you're in so we can cheer you on too and celebrate at day 23 and continue through 24, 25, and the rest of the year and years to follow. I look forward to hearing all of your success.
Absolutely. And it would be fun to maybe do some Facebook groups and maybe do like a Zoom room where we can get together and kind of share wins and things. Wouldn't that be fun?
I love it. I'm in.
We could totally do that. Again, our show, what we get to do. So if you're in and you want to join, jump on board, please. We'll have the links down below. Or if you have a planner that you're using already, jump in and let's do this. Deal?
Deal. See you next time.